Hi, this is Norberto Arroyo. Please stay tuned for Horses and Courses.
This is not unusual for pretty unusual.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've got a busy day for you here on Horses and Courses, and we're going to kick things off at Pimlico Racetrack, where on Saturday they ran the Caesar's Wish. This is a $75,000 mile and a 16th for the 3-year-olds. Let's head down to Pimlico and the running of the Caesar's Wish.
And they're off. Away in good order, Spirited Game, and Plata's wasting no time. She's going right to the front from Spirited Game. He Loves Me, and last of all is Dance Fee. So Plata into the first turn. He Loves Me. She's headstrong and now tugging along into second, just in behind and now outside of Plata. Spirited Game is at the rail, and last of all is Dance Fee, allowed to settle in right along in fourth position. 3 lengths covers the quartet midway round that first turn, and Plata's nice and relaxed out there for Vogelsanger. Leads it by a length and a half from He Loves Me, second by a length. Spirited Game is unhurried in third on the inside, and last of all is Dance Fee. Still only 4 lengths covers the 4 of them. Plata, easy pace for her out there, a little more than a length. He Loves Me, though, tracking intently second. Dance Fee is taken third away from Spirited Game, is backed out of it in fourth. They move up the backstretch with 4.5 furlongs to go. Easy fractions for Plata. Very easy indeed. The opening quarter, 25 the half and 49 and 1, so they're picking it up a little bit, but Plata's still in control from He Loves Me second, Dance Fee third, and Spirited Game. Rounding the far turn, the undefeated Plata's there. He Loves Me now going to offer her a challenge on the outside. Let's see what Plata's got. Dance Fee looms into contention well 3 deep, and Spirited Game. At the 5/16 mark, all of a sudden a wide open race. Plata, He Loves Me, Dance Fee, Spirited Game sent along in fourth. Top of the stretch, and Plata's got a dig. He Loves Me is there, and Dance Fee trying to quick it on. Spirited Game is right behind horses too. Plata, He Loves Me, Spirited Game looking to weave through in between horses with nowhere to go, and Dance Fee, He Loves Me. Plata's digging down on the inside. She's trying to keep that win streak alive. He Loves Me's just in front. Plata digs hard at the 16th marker. He Loves Me, and Plata trying to come back, but it's He Loves Me. He Loves Me, and husband Santana for his third of the afternoon. He Loves Me beats Plata. Dance Fee was third, and Spirited Game.
He Loves Me, and husband Santana picking up a 3/4 length victory as the second choice, a slight upset over the odds-on choice Plata, who did lead almost every step of the way. Dance Fee picking up the third spot in a short field of 4. Unfortunately, 2 scratches left us with a very short field for the Caesar's Wish. The winner, He Loves Me, is a 3-year-old bay filly, a daughter of Not for Love from Palliser Bay by Frosty the Snowman. Bred in Maryland by Buckingham Farm, she is owned by the Buckingham Farm and trained by Richard Small. Ridden to victory by husband Santana, He Loves Me covers the mile and is 16th at Pimlico in 1:44 and 3. More 3-year-old fillies on the docket next at Delaware Park as they open their spring, summer, and into fall meet. They've got a long meet and a very successful one the last couple of years. Delaware Park kicked off their meet on Saturday with the Legal Light Stakes for fillies. 3-year-old filly sprinters going 6 furlongs for $75,000. Let's head down to Delaware in the running of the Legal Light.
And they're off. Darn Wild, away well from the far outside, goes right for that lead. Bikini Wiggle is there, and Feline Story down toward the inside. Also on the move, quickly, here comes Wild Berry. Bikini Wiggle leads it by 3 parts over. In between horses, Wild Berry, and up on the outside, Darn Wild. Then a gap of 2 to Feline Story now settles in the 4th, followed by Royal Magician. Up on the outside, she's Muggs, and the trailer is Bonus Royal. As they make their way to the turn, the quarter in 22 and 1, and on the front end, it's still battling on the outside. Wildberry, and on the inside, Bikini Wiggle. Feline Story now moves off the rail and is ready to put in a 3-wide bid. Up on the outside, She's a Muggs. Royal Magician toward the inside. Darn Wild is dropping back. And Bonus Royal, the trailer. Half went in 46 seconds flat as they head for home. Here comes Feline Story to take the lead at the top of the stretch. She's a Muggs is pursuing that one in second. Down on the inside, Bikini Wiggle, Wildberry, followed by Royal Magician, a furlong to go. Dominguez all out on Feline Story. She leads it by 2. She's a Muggs is still chasing but not gaining. Feline Story and Ramon Dominguez will win the legal light. She's a Muggs is going to get second, and it's going to be tight for third. Maybe on the outside, Wildberry over Bikini Wiggle.
Feline Story in a race that was filled with a number of familiar faces from the New York circuit. Feline Story ships down for Stanley Huff, gets local rider Ramon Dominguez in the irons and wins at odds-on over a game. She's a Muggs, who rallied nicely after a little bit of a troubled start. Long shot Wildberry, another one that we've seen here in New York, picking up the 3rd spot after showing good speed. The winner, Feline Story, a New York rated stakes winner last year, is a 3-year-old daughter of Tail of the Cat from Shappy by Really Secret. She was bred in Kentucky by Eclipse Thoroughbreds Incorporated, owned by Einar Paul Robsham and trained by Stanley Huff, ridden to victory by Ramon Dominguez. Feline Story covers the 6 furlongs of the legal light in 1 minute and 12 seconds flat. We're going to head to Keeneland next and finish off the Keeneland Spring Meet. It has been a very successful meet for Keeneland, and they finish in their traditional style with a very nice series of races, including 2 good distance races on the turf. We're going to begin with one of them, the Bewitch, a grade 3 mile-and-a-half for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares on the grass. Let's head down to Keeneland, back to last Wednesday's running of the Bewitch.
They're at the post. And they're off. Meridiana comes out for the lead. Benya right there. Tempest Fugit kicks in from the far outside. And Tempest Fugit from the center of the course clears the inside traffic, gets the lead from Benya, Meridiana, then Mexican Moonlight, followed by Boana, who's in between horses, moving into the far turn for the first time. Then Alternate is up on the outside, running 3 lengths off the early leader, followed by Juliet. Then Ocean Silk, Lady Liberty, and Miss Helly is at the back. Tempest Fugit will set the tempo and leads it by a length, moving to the top of the stretch for the first time. Mexican Moonlight goes second by 2. Benya is third. Meridiana is fourth back toward the rail. They got the opening quarter in 25-4 over the yielding turf. And Tempest Fugit shows the way. Mexican Moonlight inching forward into second. Benya is next on the outside of Meridiana, moving under the line for the first time. Then Alternate moves up on the outside to regain the 5th spot. Boana back toward the rail as they head back for the second of 3 turns. Then Ocean Silk, Juliet, Lady Liberty, and Miss Helly last the half in 50 3/5 seconds. Tempest Fugit shows the way, leading it by just over a length. Mexican Moonlight is second, 3 parts of a length. Meridiana third against the rail, flanked by Benya. Then Alternate. Boana to her inside moves up 1 spot, 3.5 lengths off the leader. Juliet behind her. Then Ocean Silk, Lady Liberty, Miss Helly is last. 8 lengths now, covers the field at the midpoint of the back stretch. Tempest Fugit continues to lead it by 3 parts of a length. Mexican Moonlight is second. Benya third on the far outside with 2 lengths to make up. Meridiana back toward the rail. Then Boana, Alternate, Ocean Silk, who's out in the center of the course, moving up within 3 lengths of the leaders now, and has asked for more as they enter the far turn. They got 6 furlongs in 15-2, the mile in 1:41.1. Tempest Fugit leads it by a neck. Mexican Moonlight second. Benya is third up on the far outside, less than 1 length off the leader. Meridiana back toward the rail. Ocean Silk is in the center of the course, still 3 lengths off the lead. Then Alternate. Miss Helly swings wide. Juliet behind a wall of horses with 5 lengths to make up on the leader. Here's Benya coming to the 8th pole to take the lead from Mexican Moonlight. Ocean Silk, Miss Helly, Alternate, all coming from the outside. Alternate charging up after Benya. Meridiana finds an opening toward the rail. Final furlong of the Bewitched Stakes. Alternate, Meridiana, Benya in between those 2. Alternate, Meridiana. Meridiana looked to get it by a nose from Alternate in a time of 2 minutes, 31 seconds flat.
Meridiana allowed to go off at 5-1. This is a very nice mare. She's been in against some good ones. Here with Edgar Prado on, she sits just off the early pace and ends up getting the nose victory over Alternate with Binya, the favorite, off of a couple of very nice performances down in South Florida, having to settle for third, a length and a half behind the top two finishers. The winner, Meridiana, is a chestnut 4-year-old filly by Lomatas from Montbijou by Dashing Blade. The pedigree doesn't sound terribly familiar. It's because she was bred in Germany by the Gestut Etzian. She's owned by John and Sarah Kelly, trained by Christophe Clement, and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Meridiana covers the 1.5 miles of the Bewitch in 2 minutes, 31 seconds flat. Rains continue to hit the Kentucky, central Kentucky and Lexington area throughout the final week at Keeneland. The featured Ben Ali Stakes on Thursday, a grade 3 for older horses, was run on an off-track $150,000 9-furlong event. Let's head back to Keeneland and the running of the Ben Ali.
And they're off. American Style from the inside, Midway Road being sent from the far outside. These two go to the front, and it will be American Style who tries to move over toward the rail to take the early lead as Midway Road stays outward from the rail in the second position. Now begins to move forward again and puts ahead in front. American Style right there. Jersey Giant travels in third behind that front duo. Then Evening Attire, who settles against the rail in fourth, and a gap of 3.5 more back to Sir Cherokee, who is last. 23-3, the time for the opening quarter. Midway Road leads them on to the backstretch by 3/4 of a length, and now almost a full length clear of American Style. Then there is a gap of nearly 7 more lengths back to Jersey Giant. Evening Attire right behind that one, and a gap of 6 more to Sir Cherokee, who is last. 46-2. Over the sloppy main track, the time for the half, and Midway Road is setting the tempo. Midway Road leads it by 2.5 into the far turn. American Style is second by 4. Evening Attire moves up third ahead on the outside of Jersey Giant, and 7 more lengths back to Sir Cherokee, who continues to trail the field midway on the far turn. Midway Road leads it by 3. American Style second by 3.5. Evening Attire is now third with 5 lengths to make up on the leader. Sir Cherokee starts his run from way back, still a good 8 lengths off the lead. Midway Road is the one to catch. 6 furlongs and 1:10-2, and Midway Road leads it now by 7 lengths at the 8th pole. Evening Attire and Sir Cherokee are side by side for second. Final furlong of the Ben Ali Stakes. Midway Road with a 10-length lead back to Evening Attire and Sir Cherokee. It is all Midway Road, a convincing victory in the Ben Ali. Midway Road wins it by 15, followed by Evening Attire, then Sir Cherokee. 1 minute 46 3/5 seconds.
Midway Road, whose return to the races was a little disappointing last time out, went out and engaged American Style in the early going, drew clear to win under a hand ride by 11.25 lengths in stakes record time, obviously taking very nicely to the slop. This is a horse that had run well in the slop last year in the Preakness Stakes, so I would not be surprised to see perhaps the Pimlico Special in this horse's future, picking up an easy 5-1 victory over the odds-on choice Evening Attire, with Sir Cherokee getting a little bit of class relief after having taken on the likes of Peace Rules in his last pair of races, returns to finish third in the slop. The winner, Midway Road, is a bay 4-year-old son of Jade Hunter from Fleet Road by Magisterial. He was bred in Kentucky by William S. Farish, owned by his breeder and trained by Neil Howard, ridden to victory by the stable rider Robbie Alvarado. Midway Road covers the 1 1/8 in a sea of slop in 1:46.3. We're going to continue with the final stakes race of the Keeneland meeting. This, the Grade 3 Elkhorn, $150,000 1.5 for the older horses, run on Saturday. Let's head back to Keeneland once more for the running of the Elkhorn.
And they're off. Free for Internet from the inside. National Pride, epicenter between those two. Here comes Grand moving up in the center of the course, and Grand now up to press the pace. Free for Internet still has the spot toward the rail and has the lead for a moment before Grand puts ahead in front, moving into the first of 3 turns. National Pride goes third. Kim Loves Bucky is caught wide in fourth. Epicenter settles toward the inside in fifth, 3 lengths off the early leader. Host in between horses. Autonomy is next up on the far outside. Then Californian, Rochester, and the late running Art Variety is last, running 9 lengths off the leader. 26-3 for the opening quarter over the soft turf. Grand has the lead now. Kim Loves Bucky moves up into the second spot, and National Pride goes third. Host carefully moves forward into fourth as they move under the line for the first time. Epicenter fifth against the rail. Autonomy stays toward the far outside. Rochester up within 5 lengths of the lead. Free for Internet dropping out to the back. Californian moves by him, and Art Variety moves up 1 spot from last the half in 51 and 4/5 seconds. So Grand is setting the tempo, and Kim Loves Bucky, the 2-time defending champion of the Elkhorn Stakes, is second up on the outside. National Pride stays third against the rail. Host is fourth between horses, 3 lengths off the lead. Then Autonomy out in the center of the course. Epicenter back toward the inside, who is still 4 lengths off the leader. Now Epicenter starts moving up down toward the rail. Rochester is 6 lengths off the lead. Californian to his outside. A gap of nearly 5 more to Art Variety, and Free for Internet is last, 6 furlongs, 1:17 and 2. Kim Loves Bucky draws alongside of Grand, who still leads it by a neck. 2 more back to National Pride. Host and Californian stack up to the far outside. Epicenter is still toward the rail, just over 3 lengths off the lead. Then Rochester, Art Variety, Autonomy dropping back, and Free for Internet last. The field midway on the far turn. Kim Loves Bucky has the lead in neck. Grand is second. Here comes National Pride, and Epicenter begins looking for some running room in fourth. 2 lengths off the lead. Rochester now fifth. Art Variety still has a long way to come. Kim Loves Bucky has the lead by a length. Then National Pride. Rochester swings to the center of the course, and Epicenter now finds an opening. Epicenter at the 8th pole up to take the lead in the Elkhorn Stakes. Kim Loves Bucky drops back. Rochester tries to move up third. Art Variety runs on late from fourth, but Epicenter is going to take it, giving Jerry Bailey his 3rd winner on the card. Epicenter in the Elkhorn Stakes by just over 4 lengths in a time of 2 minutes 31 and 4/5 seconds.
Epicenter finally getting his first stakes win, graded stakes win here in the United States in this 1.5-mile event under showery skies on a track labeled good. Gets the job done by 4 3/4 lengths under Jerry Bailey. Rochester, one of the better distance-loving turf horses in the eastern part of the United States, at 15-1, gets the second spot with the neck in front of Art Variety. Kim Loves Bucky, who was looking to win this race for the 3rd consecutive year, goes off at over 6-1 and had to settle for 4th after being involved right from the start. The winner, however, Epicenter, very impressive performance from this 5-year-old bay horse, the son of Chris S. from Carrier by Northern Dancer. He was bred in Kentucky by the Juddmont Farm. He's owned by his breeder and trained by Bobby Frankel. Ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey, Epicenter covers the 1.5 on a turf course labeled good in 2:31 and 4. We are going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be shifting gears in Kentucky and heading to Louisville. Please stay tuned.
This year, many thoroughbreds, no longer able to compete, will join the ranks of racing's homeless. Since 1982, the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation and its supporters have been providing help and hope for those in need, creating opportunities where once there were none. The TRF, together with the racing industry, is meeting the challenge, taking care of their own. Yesterday's innovative concepts, combining the TRF's rescue mission with educational and rehabilitation goals, have become today's life-saving success stories and a track record of unsurpassed growth. Safely retired thoroughbreds are now enjoying second careers, bringing responsibility, healing, and purpose to the lives of those who need it most. With your help, we can continue our saving mission, ensuring many more horses the welcome home they so richly deserve.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with stakes racing action, shifting gears, remaining in Kentucky, heading to Louisville for the opening day at Churchill Downs, and their opening day stakes feature the Derby Trial. A Grade 3 $100,000 flat mile for 3-year-olds. Of course, once a race, as you can tell by the name, that was very important in terms of getting into the Kentucky Derby. Could have been this year, but the last-minute scratch of Rock Hard 10 means that this race is actually a bit more of a Preakness trial, perhaps, than a Derby trial. Nonetheless, let's head down to Churchill and the running of the Derby Trial.
They're off and running. Courageous Act breaking on top for the early lead from Bawana Charlie, Flashing Speed, and Honolulu Storm splitting the top pair. Up the backside they go. Honolulu Storm, a neck in front. Bwana Charlie now prompting the pace from between horses racing second. Sir Shackleton third. Quick Action punching up the inside. And Courageous Act, who broke on top now. The trailer just 2.5 lengths off the pace. They're packed together. Up the backside they go. Leading the way through the opening quarter in 22 and 4. Quick Action and John McKee now ahead. Sir Shackleton pressing second. Bwana Charlie third. A length and a half to Honolulu Storm. And Courageous Act is at the back of the pack now. 3.5 lengths off the pace as they head past the half-mile pole. Leading the way, Quick Action cuts out the opening half-time down the straightaway in 46 1/5 seconds. Just ahead in front, tackled now by Sir Shackleton. The favorite, Bwana Charlie, a danger right there. 3 wide now. Then Courageous Act is closing up into fourth. And Honolulu Storm, the trailer, midway on that far turn. 3 of them heads apart. Sir Shackleton by a nose to Bwana Charlie. 3 deep. Quick Action shuffle back at the rail third. Courageous Act is revving up far outside. Next by 4 more to Honolulu Storm and the stretch drive. Sir Shackleton shaken up by Bayerano. Neck in front. Whip comes out on Bwana Charlie. Courageous Act is coming fast on the far outside. Sir Shackleton tough. Digs in at the rail. Courageous Act will tackle in the final furlong. Sir Shackleton half a length in front of Courageous Act and Bwana Charlie a beaten third. It's Sir Shackleton by a length. The Courageous Act. Sir Shackleton winning the Derby trial. Sir Shackleton by a length and a half over Courageous Act. Second, Bwana Charlie third in 1:37 3.
Sir Shackleton ends up going off as the favorite after the scratch of Rock Hard 10 under, I would have to say, somewhat suspicious circumstances. Trainer Jason Orman scratched that runner on the morning of the race after finding out rather erroneously that Song of the Sword, thinking that Song of the Sword was not going to run in the Kentucky Derby and that therefore he would not need the extra dollars in terms of graded stakes earnings to get in. Now looks like Song of the Sword is not in fact bound for Delaware Park, but instead going to stay in Louisville. And meantime, Rock Hard 10 sits on the sidelines hoping somebody else gets out of the Derby picture. Meanwhile, the Derby trial won by Sir Shackleton in nice fashion by almost 2 lengths. Keeneland Allowance winner last time out, ran very well down in South Florida to begin his career early on this year and looks to be an up-and-coming colt in the barn of who else but Nick Zito. Courageous Act, off of a nice win in the San Pedro last time out, closed some ground to finish in the second spot. It was 8.5 lengths back to Bwana Charlie, who forced the pace in the early going and weakened late. The winner, Sir Shackleton, is a chestnut 3-year-old son of Mizwaukee from NASCRA Colors by Star de NASCRA. He was bred in Kentucky by Tracy Farmer. He is owned by Tracy Farmer and trained by Nick Zito. Ridden to victory by Rafael Bejarano. Sir Shackleton covers the flat mile and the 1-turn mile of the Derby trial in 1:37 3. We're going to head to Chicago next to Hawthorne Racetrack for the 60 Sales, a $250,000 9-furlong event for older fillies and mares run on Saturday. Let's head to Hawthorne in the running of the 60 Sales.
They're off. Towards the inside, Bare Necessities left. And between horses, Meverine moves out. Here's Allspice now hustling up on the far outside. They've got a mile to run in the 60 Sales. It's Meverine with the lead. Allspice up to be second. Julie's Prize caught 3 wide third. Towards the inside, Bare Necessities fourth. Sue's Good News in between horses fifth. And the early trailer is Retroactive. Field's covered by 6 with 7 furlongs to run. They make their way to the backstretch, and Meverine is in control. It's Meverine showing the way a length and a quarter. Allspice on the outside second. Julie's Prize moving up on the outside third. Bare Necessities tucked in along the rail fourth. She's 3.5 behind the leader. Then it's Sue's Good News and Retroactive. And on the mid-back stretch they go. Jesse Campbell has Meverine up top. They're in control, holding firm a length. Allspice has been tracking every step of the way second. Julie's Prize on the outside third. Bare Necessities looking for room on the rail fourth. Then towards the inside, Retroactive also in tight quarters. And trailing the field, Sue's Good News. Field's covered by 6.5 with less than a half mile to go. And it's Meverine keeping the lead. Allspice on the outside second. Julie's Prize ranging up third. Bare Necessity still no place to go fourth. Then to the outside, Sue's Good News, and now trailing Retroactive. They come to the top of the stretch. Meverine the leader. Allspice has been chasing every step of the way. Julie's Prize is 3 wide. Bare Necessities looking for an opening. They've got a 1/4 mile to go in the 60 Sales. Here's Allspice now up to challenge Meverine. Meverine holding firm. Allspice can't get by. Bare Necessities now has clear sailing, and Douglas is working hard on her. Meverine, Allspice between horses. Bare Necessities working hard to win this year. It's Allspice now with the lead. Bare Necessities coming on. Allspice, Bare Necessities, Allspice in front. Allspice won by a head, Bare Necessities second, Meverine was third, and Julie's Prize fourth in the 2004 60 sales handicap at Hawthorne.
Allspice, she hasn't crossed the finish line in front in 7 races. In fact, her last win was as a 2-year-old when she won the Eliza on Breeders' Cup weekend at Arlington in '02. Obviously, this also her first graded stakes win, and a nice effort from a mare who's been knocking around with some pretty nice fillies here. Shows very good speed and gameness at the end at 21-1 to pick up the win over the odds-on choice Bare Necessities. Mavorine, who was the early pace setter, holds on well to finish third at 48-1. The winner, Allspice, is a bay 4-year-old filly, a daughter of Coronado's Quest from Music House by Sadler's Wells. She was bred in Kentucky by Jim Taffel, owned by her breeder, and trained by Greg Geyer. Ridden to victory by Chris Emmy. Allspice covers the mile and an eighth of the 60 sales in 1:50.3. We're going to remain in the Midwest and head to Texas now, and Grand Prairie, Texas, the Lone Star Park, host of this year's Breeders' Cup, and it does look like they're going to have a very good spring meet. They've already started out with a couple of very nice races. We're going to take a look at 2, beginning with the Grade 3 Texas Mile, a $300,000 flat mile for the older horses. Let's head to Lone Star in the running of the Texas Mile.
Racing. Super Blitz missed it fractionally. Mountain General away very fast. Yes, Sir, General, Sir, and Keeler going up sharply towards the lead. Pie and Burger in tight behind Taste of Paradise. He's got checked back to last. Out of the stretch at the 7/8 pole. Yes, Sir, General, Sir, the leader by 2 lengths to Keeler. 2 lengths to Taste of Paradise, with Winning Fans going up 4th. Then Mountain General on the inside of Super Blitz. Snorter racing 3 wide, 10 lengths off the lead. And Pie and Burger, in most unfamiliar circumstances for him, is at the tail of the field. They're at the 5/8 pole, and Yes, Sir, General, Sir leads 2 1/4. Keeler is a clear second, 3 in advance of Taste of Paradise, Winning Fans. Then Super Blitz covering Mountain General, 2 in front of Snorter, and Pie and Burger 2 lengths last, a half mile to go. Yes, Sir, General, Sir leading Keeler by a couple of lengths. In third position, 3 away is Taste of Paradise from Winning Fans. Super Blitz about to go forward. He gets a length in front of Mountain General. Snorter now joining Mountain General, and Pie and Burger 3 lengths last at the 5/16 pole. Yes, Sir, General, Sir by 1.5 from Keeler, and they're 5 or 6 clear. Super Blitz goes to third, followed by Taste of Paradise. Snorter has 9 lengths to make up. Winning Fans next from Mountain General. 3/16 left to go in the Texas Mile. And here on the outside, Keeler has headed off. Yes, Sir, General, Sir. Clear of Super Blitz. Snorter running 4th, but Keeler breaks clear. And Keeler's going to score in dashing fashion. Keeler takes the Texas Mile from Super Blitz. And Yes, Sir, General, Sir, third, just in front of Snorter. They're clear of Taste of Paradise and Winning Fans, Mountain General, and Pie and Burger last all the way.
Keller gets the victory here, his first graded stakes win in his first try outside of California. Has done most of his best running from just a little bit farther back off the pace, but he was very aggressive early here, sat in a stalking position behind Yes, Sir, General, Sir, took command and had plenty left to hold off Super Blitz. When that one came running late, the favorite in the field was Snorter in from California for Bobby Frankel's barn. He disappointed, not showing very much speed here. He was 4 wide on the first turn, rallied, but could do no better than 4th. The winner, Kella, is a 6-year-old bay horse, the son of Numerous from Bolshoi Comedy by Sovereign Dancer. He was bred in Kentucky by the Cypress Farms. He is owned by Jay Manouchian, who has got Kentucky Derby aspirations with Quinton's Gold Rush and local connections. He is apparently from this area, from Hoosick Falls. Kella, trained by Mike Mitchell, ridden to victory by David Noosh, covers the flat mile of at Lone Star Park in 1:35.3. We're going to head right back down to Lone Star next for the Grand Prairie Turf Challenge, $75,000 flat mile on the turf for 3-year-olds. Let's head back down to Texas and the Grand Prairie Turf Challenge.
Racing. Rollicking Caller missed the start by a length. Mr. Devious fastest away from Skip and Go. Charming Socialite. Forum Rules getting up along the inside of Mr. Devious as they work out of the stretch. And Forum Rules at the 7/8 pole is now sharing the lead with Charming Socialite. Mr. Devious takes the trail third. A length and a half in front of Skip and Go, who covers Go Kitty Go. 2 lengths to walk this way. Inside Cryptograph. Alpha Capo 3 wide. High Tech Man 4 wide. 8 lengths off the lead. And Rollicking Caller last of all. At the 5/8 pole, Charming Socialite just leads from Forum Rules, who retains the rail, with Mr. Devious 2 lengths back third. Just over a length to Skip and Go. Outside Go Kitty Go. 2 lengths to walk this way. Cryptograph, Alpha Capo stretched across the track. And then comes Rollicking Caller. And High Tech Man's out 4 wide, about third last as they come off the back stretch. And it's Charming Socialite 3/4 to Forum Rules, and Go Kitty Goes moving up sharply into second position. High Tech Man circumnavigating the field, and Skip and Go going with him. And they're followed by Mr. Devious, who's off the rail. Rollicking Caller sweeping right around them in the bright lime. Alpha Capo's the grey with about 4 lengths to make up. Cryptographer's third last out wide into the stretch at the 3/16 pole. And the leader now getting through towards the middle is Skip and Go. And High Tech Man's there with him, and Mr. Devious cuts through on the fence. Out wide, Rollicking Caller is coming from Go Kitty Go, and Cryptograph picking them up late, absolutely flashing home. Cryptograph, big run from third last at the quarter pole to beat Mr. Devious. Rollicking Caller, Skip and Go fourth from High Tech Man, followed by Go Kitty Go, Charming Socialite, Alpha Capo walk this way, and Forum Rules last to complete the course.
Cryptograph getting the victory here by a half a length from way back off the pace. He was unhurried early, made a 2 wide move into the turn, swung 6 wide at the top of the stretch, and drew clear over Mr. Devious with Rollicking Caller at 25-1, making a huge move after getting off a little bit on the slow side to finish in the 3rd spot. Cryptograph, the favorite in the field, is a 3-year-old bay son of Crypto Clearance from Hopes and Fears by Mount Livermore. Bred in Kentucky by the Pin Oak Stud and owned by Pin Oak Stable, trained by Donnie Von Hemmel and ridden to victory by Donnie Pettinger. Cryptograph covers the flat mile at Lone Star Park on the turf course in 1:38 and 3. We're going to head next to Northern California to Bay Meadows for the running of the San Francisco Breeders' Cup Mile, a Grade 2, $150,000 for older horses on the turf. Let's head to Bay Meadows now in the San Francisco Breeders' Cup Mile.
And there they go in the San Francisco Breeders' Cup Mile. It's a beautiful beginning. Motel Staff's out for the lead, quickly tackled and headed by Captain Squire. And Singletary solidifies the 3rd spot through the initial stages. Valdivia Jr. does not want to let Captain Squire run away to a lonely lead. Laidlow joins Singletary from the outside, and they share the 3rd position into the clubhouse run. Along the inside is Sanderman with Dennis Carr. They have 4 to make up. Gold Ruckus to his outside, and 9 Banks is 3 wide. They enter the Long Delon's backstretch run, and it's Captain Squire as expected to set the pace. He leads by 2. Motel Staff follows from 2nd. Singletary establishes a great ground-saving trip up the Long Delon. He's positioned nicely in 3rd with 2.5 to make up. Laidlow is to his outside. It's more than 2 to 9 Banks along with Sanderman from the rail, and Gold Ruckus is at the back. They continue along the Long Delon's backstretch run. Captain Squire by about a length. In 2nd is Motel Staff. Laidlow's in the clear, 3 wide. Singletary bides his time. He needs a path to pursue, but he's traveling nicely from the inside. There goes Singletary. He's ready to pounce on Captain Squire. It's 3 to the defending champion, 9 Banks. His stablemate Gold Ruckus is to the outside. And to the rail is Sanderman. They're at the top of the lane in the 55th running of the San Francisco Breeders' Cup Mile. It's Singletary to join Captain Squire on the front end. In 3rd is Sanderman along with 9 Banks. Far outside is Gold Ruckus. Singletary's in a battle. Captain Squire runs with him, but it's Singletary. He made all the plays today, and he wins the Grade 2 San Francisco Breeders' Cup Mile. Singletary and Jose Valdivia Jr. win the money over Captain Squire. Gold Ruckus for 3rd.
Singletary, 4-year-old who ran against some pretty nice horses last year, here gets the 3/4 length odds-on victory over Captain Squire, who was put onto the turf course here. This had been a major sprinter earlier on in his career, but here switches surfaces, ran very well on the lead, very game through the drive. It was 2 lengths back to Gold Ruckus at 10-1, rallying from well back off the pace into third. The winner, Singletary, is a 4-year-old bay colt, a son of Sultry Song from Joyski Star by Star Danaskra. Bred in Kentucky by the Disler Farm and owned by Little Red Feather Racing, trained by Donald Chatlos Jr. and ridden to victory by Jose Valdivia. Singletary covers the flat mile on the turf course at Bay Meadows in 1 minute, 35 seconds flat. We are going to pause now for one more brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at the opening week stakes racing action from Hollywood Park, heading back home to New York and Aqueduct. Please stay tuned.
We tried telling you nicely.
Get with the program.
Then we got a little bolder.
Get with the program.
Now we're practically shouting.
Get with the program. New York bred.
And here are some of the reasons why. New York breds race for purses and incentives exceeding $40 million. New York bred yearling prices have risen significantly, bucking the national trend. The New York Stallion Stakes Series has expanded to 8 races worth a combined $1.25 million. New York bred restricted stakes have grown from $75,000 to $100,000 at both Belmont and Saratoga. And they're doing okay in open company. Isn't it time for you to get with the program, the New York Breeding and Racing Program?
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now at Hollywood Park, which opened for their spring and summer meeting last Wednesday with the Harry Henson Stakes $75,000 dash on the grass for 3-year-olds. Let's head out to California. Hollywood Park's opener, the Harry Henson.
And there they go. Stormin' Lion and Thunder Punch break 1-2 and go right out for the front. Wimple, Stiltskin, and Cosmic Glitter away 3-4. The early trailer is Pioneer Man as they head up the backstretch. Stormin' Lion is a neck in front. Thunder Punch alongside. Here comes Cosmic Glitter 3 deep, and these 3 line up at the half-mile marker. Wimple, Stiltskin is just in behind the leaders. 2.5 from a dueling threesome into the far turn. Pioneer Man is 5th and last. He has 6 lengths to make up as they fire into the far turn. In the 52nd Harry Henson Stakes, Thunder Punch did not corner well, and that drops him back to 3rd. Meanwhile, Stormin' Lion rides the rail to command at the top of the stretch. It is Stormin' Lion now 2 lengths in front of Cosmic Glitter in 2nd. Thunder Punch trying to re-rally at the rail. Wimple, Stiltskin has to go now. He's 3 from Stormin' Lion and Pioneer Man, and they come to the final furlong. Stormin' Lion continues to lead. Wimple, Stiltskin has to make up 3 lengths in the final 16th. Thunder Punch is 3rd. Stormin' Lion reaches for the wire. Wimple, Stiltskin trying to nail him on the money. Stormin' Lion, here comes Wimple, Stiltskin right together. Wow, I don't know. That is an inch either way. Maybe Wimple, Stiltskin, but it is desperately close in the Harry Henson.
Stormin' Lion picking up the victory here by a head. A very game effort on the front end. Wimple, Stiltskin came running late but couldn't quite catch him as the even money choice. Thunder Punch back in the 3rd spot after dueling throughout just about every step of the early going. The winner, Stormin' Lion, is a chestnut 3-year-old son of Stormboot from Motel Last by Bates Motel. Bred in Kentucky by Donna Moore and William Shatner. Owned by Corner, Lions, and Wind River Stable, trained by Brian Corner, and ridden to victory by Paul Atkinson. Stormin' Lion covers the 6.5, or the 5.5 furlongs rather, at Hollywood Park on the turf course in 1:01 and 3. We're going to head into Sunday's racing action at Hollywood and take a look next at the Wilshire Handicap. This is a $100,000 mile on the turf for fillies and mares. Let's head back to California, the running of the Wilshire.
They're off. Fudge Fatale broke running, so did Funhouse, Dimitrova, and Spring Star close up. Dublino's at the rail. Esme and Keto Keto are in front of Cat Dog On, and the trailer is Makeup Artist. At the clubhouse turn, Fudge Fatale and Spring Star 1-2. Fudge Fatale leads by 1.5 lengths. Spring Star is second by 1.5 lengths with Dimitrova and Funhouse right together, 3rd and 4th. Dublino's at the rail. She's 5th and 4 from the front. Kero and a 3-wide Esme, also 5 off the lead. Makeup Artist is out of last place. She's got 7 to come, joined by Cat Doggone at the back of the pack as long shot Fudge Fatale takes them up the backstretch in the 43rd Wilshire Handicap. Fudge Fatale is still sharp at the half-mile marker. She leads Spring Star by 2 lengths. Dimitrova is in good striking position for Kent Desormeaux, 3.5 lengths off the lead. Funhouse is at the rail. Defending champion Dublino needs a way through. Long shot Esme is 4 from the front. Cat Doggone has 5 to come. Now at the back of the pack are Makeup Artist and Kero when they leave the backstretch. Fudge Fatale is still there. But now Spring Star and Alex Solis are on the attack in second. There's a 1/4 mile left to run. Fudge Fatale only a neck in front. Spring Star comes to challenge. Dimitrova still has 2.5 to come. Cat Doggone is 3 off the lead. Dublino is 5 from the new leader, who is named Spring Star, and she takes charge. Spring Star levels out and suddenly opens up 4. Cat Doggone, Dublino between horses. Dimitrova not today. Spring Star, Kero and Dublino. Spring Star. Spring Star ran them off their feet in the Wilshire. 1 by 3. Kero 2nd, Dublino 3rd, Dimitrova finished 4th.
Spring Star picking up a very nice victory here over some really nice fillies. The grade level is 3, but this could easily have been a grade 1 or grade 2 with the likes of Dublino and Dimitrova, both winners of the American Oaks at some point in their career, both in this field. And Spring Star gets the better of them. She was a bit of a troublemaker at the gate, but she did end up running her race at over 6-1, winning by 2.5 lengths over Quero, a bit of a long shot, who had her nose in front of Dublino at the wire. Dublino did come up just a little bit flat in the lane. I was expecting a bigger move from her, and I think Jose Valdivia was as well. The winner, Spring Star, is a 5-year-old bay mare returning off of a 4-month layoff. Very impressively here for Richard Mandela. Spring Star is a daughter of Dane Hill from L'Irlandaise by Irish River. She was bred in France by Wertheimer et Frère, owned by the breeder, trained by Richard Mandela, ridden to victory by Alex Solis. Spring Star covers the flat mile on the Hollywood turf course in 1:33.2. We're going to head home to New York for some stakes racing action kicking off midweek. We had a restricted stake on Wednesday afternoon, the Capote Bell for non-winners of a graded sweepstakes, fillies and mares for 3-year-olds and up, 6 furlongs the distance. Let's head to the Big A for Wednesday's running of the Capote Bell.
And they're off. Literary Light breaks in stride. Kitty Knight is away running 2nd. Lady Echo on the inside, Elegant Mercedes, and Excellent. Up the backstretch, Literary Light scampers clear to lead by almost 2 lengths. And then it's Kitty Knight up racing in 2nd, Elegant Mercedes in the clear in 3rd. Lady Echo within 3 lengths of the lead, and down inside, Excellent trails the field. 23-2 for the opening quarter. Literary Light still in control here, tracked by Kitty Knight. Kitty Knight now edging up to the neck of Literary Light. Elegant Mercedes is asked for run, running 3rd, 2 lengths behind the lead. Lady Echo and Excellent, those two about 5 lengths behind. And Kitty Knight takes charge just outside the quarter pole. Under a hand ride, Kitty Knight comes off the turn in front now, beginning to get away from Literary Light. Here comes Elegant Mercedes, and Excellent is closing ground too. 1 furlong to go. Kitty Knight is still under a hand ride. Now just a tap of the whip. Elegant Mercedes driving 2nd, but 2 lengths behind, and Kitty Knight will do it. Kitty Knight clear by a bit more than 2 at the end, followed by Elegant Mercedes and Excellent.
Kitty Knight, Norberto Arroyo getting the victory here by 2 over Elegant Mercedes, who put in a pretty nice chase throughout the lane. Excellent, the stablemate of the winner. Excellent rallied from nicely off the pace into the 3rd spot. But Kitty Knight, a very good effort by this filly, trained by who else? Alan Jerkins, who wins races in bunches at this time of year. Kitty Knight is a dark Bayer Brown 4-year-old filly, a daughter of Capote, interestingly enough, winning the Capote Bell. Out of Let's Toast by Mizwaukee. She was bred in Maryland by Mrs. Richard C. DuPont, owned by Mrs. DuPont's Bohemia Stable and trained by Alan Jerkins. Ridden to victory by Norberto Arroyo Jr. Kitty Knight covers the 6 furlongs at the Big A in 1:10.2. Busy weekend at the Big A with 3 stakes. We're going to start with Saturday's running of the Fort Marcy, the first turf stakes of the year in New York, a grade $300,000 mile and a 16th. Let's head down to New York in the running of the Fort Marcy.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Union Place and Rogue Agent. Tocket comes away third toward the inside. Chili Rooster is away running fourth. Remind, fifth and on the far outside. Charges in between horses, running sixth. Slough Valley, seventh and tight toward the inside. Steadfast and True, the early trailer of a tight pack under the line the first time. Rogue Agent to be the pacemaker. Tocket taken in hand to run in second. Union Place on the outside third. Chili Rooster is a ground-saving fourth. Remind is in fifth position, about 5 lengths from front-running Rogue Agent. Steadfast and True now moves up a spot to be sixth. And then it's Charge, and in between horses is Slough Valley. They make their way into the backstretch run. Opening quarter, 23-3. Rogue Agent leads by 3/4 of a length. Tocket has been taken into the clear on the outside, and he's now running along in second. Union Place is third. Chili Rooster is moving now, and Chili Rooster making a steady advance while down on the inside, and there's 4 furlongs to go. They ran a half in 48 1/5 seconds, approaching the far turn. Rogue Agent still in front, but he's working harder to hold that lead. Tocket turning up the pressure. Union Place poised in third. There goes Slough Valley. Slough Valley now catapulting past horses, but he's forced to go wide. Chili Rooster down toward the inside. They're turning for home now. Union Place is coming after Rogue Agent. Chili Rooster bursting through in between those two, those 3 heads apart. Chili Rooster and Union Place going at it head-to-head. Slough Valley and Charge. Rogue Agent has given it up, and he's now fifth, and there's less than a furlong to go. Union Place on the outside. Chili Rooster, and Chili Rooster grabs a short lead. Union Place is full out, but he's ahead behind now. Slough Valley and Charge, they're coming under the line, and Chili Rooster wins at 32-1. Then Union Place close for third, Slough Valley or Charge.
Chili Rooster getting the upset here, and it was the 2 longest shots on the board, 32-1 and 50-1, running in the top 2 spots here. Chili Rooster coming off of 2 fourth-place finishes in Allowance Company on the turf. But as I said before, this is Mr. Jerkin's time of year. He wins races in bunches at this time of the year, and even at 32-1 with Shannon Yuski riding, it is certainly well worth taking a look at anything he puts in the starting gate. Perfect ride here by Shannon, who finished up strongly to win by a half length over Union Place, with Slough Valley trying to get a little bit of class relief here. This horse had been in against some pretty big company throughout the course of his last year or two in training, and could not quite get there, falling short, finishing third. Favorite in the field was Remind under Jerry Bailey, who really showed very little, ran between horses early and had nothing to offer at the top of the stretch. The winner, Chili Rooster, a dark bay or brown 4-year-old gelding, a son of Arch from Chili Chick by Raisin Native, was bred in Florida by Hobo Farm, owned by Hobo and trained by Alan Jerkins, ridden to victory by Shannon Yuski. Chili Rooster covers the mile and a 16th on the turf in 1:42-2. Heading into Sunday with a pair of stakes races on Sunday, both part of the New York Stallion Series for horses that were sired by New York standing stallions. We're going to start with the Park Avenue Division. The Park Avenue Division, $150,000 flat mile for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head down to the Big A now in the running of the Park Avenue Division of the New York Stallion Series.
Ready for a start, and they're off. I Have a Date comes out in stride, heading for the early lead. Judy Soda comes away to be second. On the inside, Sharp Burnett runs in third. Then Priscilla's Flag, followed by Will Flirt, and 4 lengths back to Weezer, outrun in the opening quarter mile here. I Have a Date out there a length. Judy Soda runs along second by another 4.5 lengths, and Sharp Burnett very keen and running in third, a 23-3 opening quarter. Priscilla's Flag and Will Flirt are 4th and 5th, and a big, big break. It's about 15 lengths back to the trailer Weezer. 4.5 furlongs from the line. I Have a Date loose on the lead. She's clear by 2. Followed by Judy Soda, second by another 3. On the outside, Priscilla's Flag and Sharp Burnett. The half goes in 47 1/5 seconds. I Have a Date still the controlling speed here. Judy Soda targets her, second by another 2. Priscilla's Flag is beginning to lengthen her stride now. She advances into third. Sharp Burnett tailing off into 4th. Will Flirt 5th on the outside, and Weezer And the field turns for home. I Have a Date still under a hand ride. Still leading Judy Soda and leading by 2.5 lengths with 1 furlong to go. Priscilla's Flag is third. Inside the final furlong, I Have a Date. Sean Bridgmohan goes left-handed, shakes her up. She's got a 3.5 length lead. And then it's Judy Soda, followed by Priscilla's Flag. I Have a Date strolls around the Aqueduct track to win by 4 on the line. Judy Soda was second, and Priscilla's Flag a well-beaten third.
I Have a Date. She looked very good in the paddock. She looked very good out of the gate, and she looked terrific. 4 3/4 lengths better than this field at the wire. She was rather handy here. She looked like she was going to get a little bit of pressure at the top of the stretch. She found another gear and kicked clear under Sean Bridgmohan. Judy Soda gave futile chase throughout much of the going. Priscilla's Flag made a nice bid at the top of the stretch, but came up a little bit flat. The winner, I Have a Date, is a 3-year-old bay daughter of Take Me Out from Iron Bit by Cormorant. She was bred in New York by Chester and Mary Broman. Of course, they have Derby connections with Friends Lake. Owned by the Bromans and trained by Ramon Mike Hernandez. Ridden to victory by Sean Bridgmohan. I Have a Date covered the flat mile at Aqueduct in 1:39 and 4. Final stakes race of the weekend for us, the New York Stallions Series Times Square Division. This one, again, $150,000 for 3-year-olds going a flat mile. Again, Colton Geldings, who are the offspring of registered New York Stallions. Let's head back down to New York, the Park Avenue division of the New York Stallion Series.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Arrows coming out after the lead. Striders Ormsby is also right there. Bogota Bill comes through between horses. Icicle Charlie is fourth. Pay Attention in and among horses fifth. On the inside, West Virginia sixth. Papadas seventh, only 3 lengths from the lead. Tomorrow's Magic is eighth. Heathrow ninth. And Chowders first. Then a break of another 3.5 back to Ron Greshner, racing up the backstretch. Striders Ormsby, and here's West Virginia to the attack. Bogota Bill sitting just outside them third. A sharp opening quarter, 22 4/5 seconds. Now on the inside, Pay Attention is tracking the leaders 4 lengths from the lead, and he's fourth. Tomorrow's Magic advancing steadily while fifth on the inside. Papadas sixth, well within striking range at the half-mile pole. Icicle Charlie launching a bit outside horses now, 7th and 6th and 5th, and continuing to close on the leaders. Then farther back, it's Chowders first, the gray beginning to pick it up. Heathrow is next. Eros is retreating in Ron Greshner. They've run a half and a testing 46 and 2. Nothing left for Striders Ormsby. West Virginia short lead. Icicle Charlie pressing hard second on the outside. Pay Attention is a threatening third as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. On the outside, Chowders first. Big move on the turn. Still closing ground. Top of the stretch. West Virginia fully extended. Pay Attention driving hard second. Chowders first is closing. Heathrow coming down the center of the racetrack. 1 furlong to go now. West Virginia clinging to a narrow lead. Here's Pay Attention right there, and those two ding-dong battle down to the line. And Chowders first will be third. They're coming down to the finish. West Virginia and Pay Attention streak under the line. Absolutely inseparable. West Virginia and Pay Attention hit the line together. Chowders first was third.
West Virginia and Pay Attention, their noses hit the wire together, all but inseparable. The slow motion couldn't tell them apart. The photo finish showed, though, that it was West Virginia on the inside getting the victory over a game Pay Attention, coming in here off of 2 very nice allowance wins. This 3-year-old has been running against his elders and ran a big one from off the pace here. Chowders first rallies from far back in a wide position to finish in the 3rd spot at 20-1. The winner, West Virginia, who is now 1 step into a very nice and lucrative New York series here. West Virginia is a pretty nice-looking New York bred in a season that seems to have a couple of them. Of course, we've got Friends Lake, and read the footnotes on the Derby Trail. West Virginia, a contemporary New York bred 3-year-old son of Tomorrow's Cat from Wild and Wonderful by Kennedy Road, was bred in New York by Donald and Mary Zuckerman as tenants in the entireties, owned by the Zuckermans and trained by Todd Pletcher. Ridden to victory by John Velasquez. West Virginia covers the flat mile in New York in 1 minute 39 seconds flat. That's going to wrap it up for us this weekend. A little bit of a calm before the storm. Next week's program, of course, will be a big one. It's going to be a stakes-laden day at Churchill Downs. Actually, both Friday and Saturday. We've got a lot of stakes racing action this coming week, so we do hope you will be able to join us for next week's edition of Horses and Courses. A very busy one, but nonetheless a very exciting edition of Horses and Courses. Thanks everyone for joining us this week. I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.